All right, good morning. Sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. We're going to go ahead and get started with our warm up. So, if you have your fitness tracker or your heart rate monitor, for the heart rate monitor, though, whatever you have, we'll make use of it. We're going to synchronize and turn on our heart rate monitors. So, I have mine on here. So you can see it's on. I have it on my forearm. You decide beforehand where you'd like to put it. And so I can see my heart rate is currently at 88%. I'm going to start it at functional training. I can see my heart rate as a number represented in beats per minute. I'm going to switch that to percentage so I can get a more accurate gauge on how I'm performing. So for example, right now I'm at 48%. I can see the zones that I'm in that can help you keep yourself nice and safe. We can also monitor how long we're in each position, right? Or each movement pattern. So if you need to take an active rest, or if your heart rate goes up really high, at any point during the movement session, you can take your time and lift your knees to your chest. That's going to serve two things: to help you to relieve any kind of tightness in your lower back and allow you to recover. So have your towel on hand, our water, and on my traditional glass, or my regular glass, usually has 20, if I fill it to the brim, it's 22 ounces of water. I like my water warm. So these we want to incorporate as habits. All right, that's being said, we're going to start with the warm up, some dynamic flexibility, some core. We want to have core engaged throughout the whole movement practice. And then we're going to have our strength training, our cool down, and our stretch. One nice little tootsie roll. All right, so 1 minute, 22 seconds in. We don't want to waste more time. So I'm going to make sure during the course of the session, this pelvic bone, we're going to make sure our pubic bone is tucked under. This, I'm exaggerating, so I have this on today so you can see. This is where many of us have a tendency to stand. Tuck your pelvis under so that your lower back is nice and long, and the shortened lower back is not pinching your spine. Tuck your pelvis under. If you were standing next to you, it would be great if you could hear and listen out for your own inhale and your exhale to make sure you're breathing deeply, not just from your neck, which is very shallow. Your lungs are down here. You want to envision, I invite you to envision your lungs filling up with air. Belly button is going to be drawn into your spine. If I was to take the shoulder block and place it right next to me, I want to tuck my hips under and pull my belly button in so my belly button is touching the back of the yoga block. That's going to give my spine a lot of support. Periodically, we'll check back in to make sure that our core is engaged and that we are giving support to our back. As far as placement and being careful of our joints, be mindful that we have some imaginary headlights with our ankles and also our second toe, ankles, knees, and also hips and shoulders. Right, so these are markers. We're going to use them as markers on our kinetic chain, our chain of muscles. We want to ensure that they're facing forward. So, for example, when I'm stepping out to the side, I want to make sure that the headlights on my ankles, knees, hips, second toe, shoulder are pointed straight ahead. So even if I'm stepping out to the side, I have proper alignment, and that will help keep my joints nice and safe. The alignment of the chin, we're going to make sure that the chin is level and parallel to the floor. It's slightly pulled in to balance out that computer and cell phone neck where it's over protruding. So we make sure that it is engaged in. That being said, keep your shoulders down. So let's start off with big shoulder rolls back. Again, belly button is pulled into the spine, warming up the shoulders. I'm going to drop the head from side to side, warming up the head and neck. Look over your right shoulder. Oh, you may be mirroring me. And then your left shoulder, nice, smooth movements, nothing jerky. You're going to look backwards and then curl the chin inward to the chest. And then we're going to take nice slow head rolls over to my right, maybe your left. Nice, easy, smooth rolls, and then reverse it to the opposite side. Good, shoulder rolls again. Good, so you don't need necessarily anything in your hands, though a nice little stick can be a good marker to make sure that you have good alignment. Right? So you can just raise your arms. Or if you have a small stick, you're going to raise your arms up overhead and then lower them down. You can widen your hands on the stick. That can help you get a nice stretch in your chest and shoulders. Your stretch should be to the point of slight discomfort. Check back in that your belly button is pulled into your spine. Good. You're going to extend the stick and your arms out in front of you. You're going to take your arms all the way over to the right. Take them back so you feel your chest and shoulders stretch, and then round your back out and bring it back around. So getting some movement in your chest and shoulders and back. Good. Opposite direction. Circle the stick or circle your arms around. You can also do this with a towel that's pulled taut or an exercise band. All right. So we're going to extend the arms out in front of us, shoulder height. So not above the shoulders, not down here, just at shoulder height. The stick can ensure that your elbow joint is nice and straight. So you're going to make the effort to keep your arms nice and straight. So you're working the weight of your arms. You're going to strive to kick your same foot up to the same hand. Make sure that you can hear your inhale and your exhale. Belly button pulled into the spine. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So warming up the shoulders, warming up the core. We're going to extend our arms, take our arms overhead. At the same time we take the arms up and overhead, we're going to alternately step back. So we're never letting our knees slam into the floor. Listen to your inhale and exhale. Tuck the pelvis under, belly button drawn into the spine. Step back, drop the back knee down, arms go up, and then alternate, opposite side. Arms go up, drop down. So it's 2 and 2. Breathe nice and deep. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. 6, 6, 7. Arms straight at the top. 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. Good, and 10. So we're going to take a moment, stretching out your hamstrings and your glutes. You're going to step forward with the right foot, reach your hips backward. You're resting on the heel. So reach your fingertips down in the direction of the floor. Hips go backward and stand. Reach your hips back. You're resting on your heel. Toes pointed up towards your face. Reach your fingertips down towards the floor. And alternate. 2, 2, stretching your hamstrings. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. Abdominals drawn in. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Work a little bit with the balance. So here's our standing leg. The toes are spread nice and wide, so our foot can be firmly planted. I'm going to pick up my right foot, you may be mirroring, and cross it over the opposite ankle. Reach your hips backward. Take your time, balance, and sit. So as this knee opens out to the side, you're going to feel a big stretch around your hip and your glute. And stand. And sit. And stand. And sit. And stand. Check it out. Opposite side. Spread the toes on the standing leg. cross the opposite foot over the knee. Reach your hips back, sit back, let that knee open out to the side and stand. Opens out to the side and stand. Open it to the side and stand. So you feel a big stretch around your hips. Next movement, open your legs a little bit wider than your hips. Your imaginary headlights are pointing straight ahead. You may need to angle your toes out a little bit, especially if you're taller. We're going to reach the hips back, sit parallel to the floor, and raise your arms up. So your goal is to keep your arms as straight as possible, extending through the elbow joint. Listen to your inhale and exhale. So reach it back. We're going to sit and stand. So if you reach your hips back, you should stay out of your knees, looking to feel if your lower back or if your hips feel tight. Sit it back and stand. Arms go straight and stand, whatever your range of motion is. Sit it down and stand. Reach it back and stand. So this is great to do barefoot. And stand 3 more. 3. Really strive to draw the belly button into the spine. 2. Good. And 1. We're going to sit there one more time. Place the hands in prayer position. Take your elbows, press the knees open. We're going to extend one arm nice and straight. Extend all the way through the elbow. Feel the stretch travel down to your back. Opposite side, press the knee open. Other arm, extend straight. Straighten out the elbow. Feel the big stretch. Place the hands on the floor. And straighten. And sit. Straighten the legs out. Feel a big stretch in the back of the hamstrings. And sit. And straighten. And roll the torso up. Head is the last thing to come up. Grab your stick or your band. Or just simply extend your arms straight through the elbows. And when you take a standing kick again, your foot is going to come over to the opposite hand. So belly button is drawn into the spine. Listen to your inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And 1. Place the stick down. Still with our warm-up. Circle the arms back around. Check back in. Pelvis is tucked under. Take some arm circles to the rear. Now cross your arms across the chest. Throw them back. It's a cross and throw. Cross and throw. Cross and throw. Chest and shoulders. Swing your arms back, and then they come straight up. Fingertips reach toward the ceiling. Swing them back. Reach them up. Stretching out the front of your shoulder cap. All right. So let's open up the hips, which is really important. So external hip rotations. You can just swing the arms around. The legs around. Big circles, the standing leg. The toes are spread nice and wide. I'm going to make a big kick. So sometimes I use my yoga blocks or a foam roller, as my focal point to ensure that I have a big external rotation to open up the hips, right? Listen to your inhale and your exhale. Here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Opposite direction internal. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Opposite side, again, reset your core by tucking your pelvis under, drawing your belly button into the spine. Imagine that your belly button is touching your spine all the way to the back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Internal rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, good, and 15. So heart rate still is only at 66%. So if you're very deconditioned, you may find that your heart rate is going up high. We're going to warm up the calf muscles, right down here. So you're going to be not on your toes, more so on the balls of your feet. And we're going to go for just 30 seconds. 30 seconds of fast feet shuffles. So, ready? 3, 2, and on the balls of the feet, stomach muscles pulled in, so you're shuffling as fast as you can for 30 seconds. I'm going to take the heart rate up, warm up the calves. That's 10 seconds. Ten seconds ago. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and shake it out. Whew. Next, movement patterns. So we're going to focus more on movement patterns than just exercises, and we're using multiple joints. So belly button drawn into the spine. I want you to step out to the side. You can use, if you like, the length of your yoga mat is a good amount of length to start. Excuse me, plants. So what you're going to do, little froggies, step to the side, reach your hips and butt down, so not here. Drop your hips and glutes parallel to the floor. Step, reach your fingertips up to the ceiling so your elbows go straight. Drop down, reach it up, down, reach it up, going back the other way. Drop your hips and glutes down, reach it up, down, reach it up, down, reach it up. So going all the way to the right side, which may be your left. One direction, that's 0.5. The other way is the other 0.5. That will equal 1 repetition, so it's nice and balanced. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. Stomach muscles pulled in. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. Whew. Lift the knees up. So take a quick sip of water if you need to. Scale of 1 to 10, how hard are you working? 10 being the most challenging, 1 being the easiest. So We're going to take that same cycle again. So that's cardio, dynamic flexibility, and a little strength. So you have 30 seconds of fast feet, belly button drawn in, and go. 10 seconds. On the balls of feet, 20. And that's 30 seconds. Shake it out. I'm going to take the same set of froggies. Dropping your hips and glutes so parallel to the floor. So not here, you're dropping your hips and glutes down. Belly button drawn into the spine. So it's 1. Reach it up. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Whew. Lift the knees to the chest. Let's come down for our first set of active core. So what we're going to do is come down to tabletop position, which would be in the tabletop. So my fingertips are spread, right? My hands open nice and wide. My fingertips are spread. Make sure you tuck your pelvis under and draw your belly button into the spine. Line up your wrists with your elbows and your shoulders. Press your hands into the floor. Press your body away from the floor. So you're activating your scapula or your shoulder blades. If you're taking a modification with your hips tucked under, belly button pulled into the spine, step, bring your knee right underneath the chest, back down, and step, right? Step, bring the knee underneath the chest, and step. If you're not taking the modification, then you're going to press your hands into the floor to activate the scapula, straighten out the legs, and the right foot steps outside the right hand, left heel pushes toward the back wall so I feel a stretch in my left hip. Keeping your hips and glutes out of the air, step center, and then left foot steps outside the left hand. Push your right heel to the back wall. Feel the stretch in that right hip, step to center, and alternate the tempo. 2, 2, keep pressing your hands into the floor. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Give yourself a little tail wag in between to release your lower back. Your next movement pattern is going to be a plank or a modified plank. So if you're going to take the modification, you can simply come to all fours, decline to your elbows, walk your knees slightly in back of your hips. Very important, tuck your hips under and bring your body forward so your elbows line up with your shoulder. Actively push your hands into the floor, push your body away from the floor, squeeze your glutes, and that will be your plank. The next level from there would be to extend your arms, spread your fingertips. Keep your hips tucked under, press your hands away from the floor. If you need to rest at any point, you can drop your knees down to the floor and then come back up. Right? So the alignment is very important here. Make sure that your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are lined up. Pelvis is tucked under. All right, so do what you're able to do. Ready? You can also come down to your elbows and go. Squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips under. That's 10 seconds. Push your heels to the back wall. If you need to drop your knees down, you can drop your knees down and come right back. 20 seconds. Warming up the core. 30 seconds. Remember, do what you're able to. Listen to your inhale and your exhale. 40 seconds. 50 seconds. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Your next movement pattern, you can use 2 frisbees or 2 gliders. You can also use 2 paper plates or 2 rags underneath your feet for some dynamic mountain climbers. So again, I'm spreading the fingertips nice and wide. I'm pressing my hands into the floor and pressing my body away from the floor. So I'm activating my shoulder blades, shoulder girdle, scapula. Those are all the same thing. Tuck your hips under. Belly button pulled into the spine so you give the back support. You're going to extend your legs and you're going to slide. If you don't have a slider, you can simply step your feet forward alternately and think of bringing your knee right through to your chest. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll give yourself a little bit of a tail wag to release your back. I'm going to take one more of these. So this is a dynamic way to engage your core. Your triceps are also getting work indirectly, as well as your working shoulder stability. So again, spread your fingertips. Press your hands into the floor. Press your body away from the floor. Belly button drawn into the spine. Take nice, big, deep breaths. Ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's likely you're also feeling your hip flexors working at the same time, the muscles that bend or flex the hips. So we should be thoroughly warm now. So let's continue on. Let's get some strength. We're going to take some strength in here. So a little more balance and strength. We're going to wake up the hamstrings and the glutes. So just body weight today. Again, belly button drawn into your spine. Spread your toes on the grounded standing leg. You can pick the opposite leg up. Hinge or lean forward at the hips. Touch the opposite hand down in front of the foot. Stand all the way up, totally straight at the top, and squeeze your glute on this side. If you need to take your arm out to the side to help you balance, that's fine. Belly button drawn in. Here we go. So this is 1, 2, 3. Squeeze your glute as you stand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, last 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. So you should really feel the back of your hamstrings, your glutes, the whole chain of muscle, the kinetic chain of muscle, all the way from your ankle, your calf, your hamstrings to your glutes. It's also working in conjunction with your lower back. Tuck the pelvis under again. Draw your belly button to the spine. Spread the toes on the standing leg, and we're going to hinge or lean forward at the hip. If you need to barely, briefly touch that back foot down to the floor, like you're testing the water temperature, you can come up. If you need to tap just a teeny bit here to help you regain your balance, that's fine, right? So you can work with yourself. Ready? Here we go. Lean forward. So this is 1. You may find one side is more steady than the other. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze the glute as you stand. 10, 11, 12, working on your balance. 13, squeeze the glute as you stand. 14, 15, last 10. So it's 10, stand up and squeeze the glute. 9, 8, 7, glutes on fire. 6, stand it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. So your glute should be nice and on fire. So we're going to take the heart rate up. So we have our little baby ski jumps. Reach your hips back so that they're parallel to the floor. Belly button is pulled into the spine. See if you can reach your fingertips to touch to the floor, and then reach them up to touch the ceiling. Listen to your inhale and your exhale. Ready? Here we go. 1. Now, if you need to just come up in the balls of your feet, that's fine. 2, 3, stomach muscles drawn in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice and easy. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're ready for a hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and shake it out. Good. Coming down. Morning, Tracy, to plank steps. Open up the hips. Let's see if I can get the. Here we go. So, coming down the tabletop position again. Tuck your hips under, belly button drawn into the spine. Spread the fingertips. Press your hands into the floor. Press your body away from the floor. If you're modified, you're going to stay right here. If you're not, you're going to extend the leg, tuck the hips under, right foot steps outside the right hand, left heel pushes back towards the back wall. Feel the stretch in your left hip. Keeping your hips and glutes out of the air, step to the center, and now left foot steps outside the left hand. Right heel presses towards the back wall. Feel the stretch in that right hip. Keep pressing your hands into the floor, step center. Now we'll take it more to tempo. 2, center, 2, 3, center, 3, 4, center, 4, 5, center, 5, 6, center, 6, 7, center, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. Good, and 10 to the center. Coming down to the floor for a plank. So remember, if you need to drop your knees down to the floor for rest, that's fine, and then come right back. We'll go for 60 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your arms into the floor. Press your body away from the floor. So we're going for 60 seconds. Tuck your hips under. Squeeze your glutes. That's 10 seconds. Listen to your inhale and your exhale. 20 seconds. Push your back heels toward the back wall. Tuck your hips under. Deep breathe. 30 seconds. 40 seconds. 20 to go. If you need to drop your knees down, drop them down and come right back. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good. And relax. Hip mobility again to open up the hips. So you're going to sit forward. So open your legs up nice and wide. You're going to drop both of your knees over to the side, like a mermaid pose, drop them to the side. So you're not using your hands, and alternate them over to the other side, right? So just be observant of whatever your range of motion. If it's tight, that's fine. By doing these types of movement patterns, you'll see your body open up over time. So drop them to the side and rotate to the side. And it's 2 and 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. We'll take 2 more. 6. 6. 7. Good, and 7. You're going to open your legs wide. Cross your feet at the ankles. You're going to roll onto your glutes. Come to your knees. Uncross. Step, step. Stand up. So I'm going to cross. Well, it's almost like a curtsy, a big curtsy to the rear. Take your time. Sit. And then open the legs up. Right? So again, I'm seated up nice and tall. I'm going to cross my feet. By crossing my feet, this foot here is going to come back a little bit so I can brace myself. So I have both my feet here. I'm going to come to my knees. So I'm going to roll my boots and then come to my knees. Uncross. Step, step. Stand all the way up. Good again. Cross. With control. Sit. Good. And then open. Good again. Cross. Come onto your knees. So you're not using your hands, you're just using your core. Uncross. Step. Step. All right. Cross again. Then you can do a curtsy. Sit nice and easy. Good, and then open up. From this position, close your legs just a little bit. You have one hand covering the other. Keep your chest nice and tall. If you put your fingertips in your obliques, or excuse me, in your abdominals, you're gonna feel them engage. Lean back just a teeny bit and feel your core muscles engage. From here, with your legs nice and wide, bring one knee into the chest and then the other one. Right, here we go. So it's 1 and 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Try to bring it right underneath the arm. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Good. So bring your hands together in prayer position. Make your feet nice and active. So this would be more active. You can open your legs nice and wide. Lean back a little bit like you just did to activate, just a teeny bit to activate your core. And you're going to take a spinal trunk rotation. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chest up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Cross the legs, come forward onto the knees, uncross, good, and stand. So that's core and that's mobility. All right, so we have kicks out to the side, engaging your obliques. Kicks right out to the side. Listen to your breath. We have 25. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. You're going to grab your 5-pound ball. We have Harriet squats. So seated squat with a trunk rotation. Right, sit, and knee comes up. So belly button drawn into the spine. Reach your hips back. You're going to stand and then rotate. So it's 1, 1. Belly button drawn in. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. Go for 15. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, woo, and 15. Heart rate's at 76%. Side kick, 77%. Belly button's drawn into the spine. Ready, kick it out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Grab the ball. All right, squat with a rotation. 15 reps. Ready? Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, back and down, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, and 15. Heart rate is at, is at 80%, right? So commercial break, coming down to the floor. A little more core. Grab your sliders or your towels or your paper plates. So our dynamic mountain climbers. So again, spread the fingertips, press the hands into the floor, press the body away from the floor, tuck your pelvis under, draw your belly button to the spine, listen to your breath. So knees are coming right underneath your chest. If you don't have any sliders, you can simply tap, tap. Or if you're just doing a super beginner, just tap and tap right in the center. All right, press the hands to the floor. Ready? Mountain climb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and rest. Woo. Tuck the pelvis under, draw the belly button into the spine. Press the hands into the floor, activate the scapula. Same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, a little rest. We have one more of those. Spread the fingertips. Press the hands into the floor. Press the body away from the floor to activate the scapula. Tuck the pelvis under, belly button to spine. Woo, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming right up. So core is nice and activated. Woo. So we have a set of knee ups. So a balance, and so this is my standing leg. I'm going to step to the rear, so I'll show you from the side and the front. So now, if I was standing in front of you, imagine at the front of your thigh is going to touch my hand, right? So that means you're really driving down through this standing leg, right? Again, here's my standing leg. Okay, I want you to really drive, right? So that imagine this front of your thigh, right above your knee, is coming right into my hand or your hand. So you should hear it make contact. Use your arms, right? And use your breath so you can make it more cardiovascular. All right, ready? You should really feel the standing leg working. Tuck your pelvis, just tuck under. Here we go. 1, 2, really drive it up. 3, drive. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. And 1, your commercial break or your active rest is going to be your push-ups. Dropping right down to the floor. Tabletop position, tuck your hips under. Spread your fingertips. We're working on angling your elbows backwards. Tuck your hips under. Cross the feet at the ankles. Squeeze your glutes so you're engaging your core the entire time. Here we go. Down, exhale up 1. Down, exhale up 2. Down, exhale up 3. Down, exhale up 4. Down, exhale up 5. Down, exhale up 6. Down, exhale up 7. Down, exhale up 8. Down, exhale up 9. Down, exhale up 10. Down, exhale up 10. Down, exhale up 9. Down, exhale up 8. Down, exhale up 7. Down, exhale up 6. Down, exhale up 5. Down, exhale up 4. Down, exhale up 3. Down, exhale up 2. Down, exhale up 1. Coming right up, you have the other leg with your knee ups. So set up the standing leg. Remember, use your arms to help you drive. So I'm not merely just having my foot stepping back. I want to drop down. That if I drop down, now I have to work against gravity when I'm coming up. My thigh is going to get more work. Ready? Listen to your breath. 1, 2. Drive that knee up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have a quick set of pop squats. So with your pop squats, you can either come here, so you can step, step, and hop back up. Step, step, drop your hips parallel to the floor and up, or you can out very softly and in, or you can do a combination of the two. Belly button is drawn into the spine. Remember, your hips and glutes go down parallel to the floor. Whew. Ready? Here we go. So it's 1, 2. Squeeze your glutes when you come up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and shake it out. One more push-up. Down at the bottom. Whew. Nice, hit it and quit it. So knees and back of the hips. Cross the feet at the ankles. Spread the fingertips. Press your hands into the floor. Press the body away from the floor. Tuck your hips under. Squeeze your glutes so you're activating your core. Elbows angle backwards. Here we go. Down, exhale up. 1. Down, exhale up 2. Down, exhale up 3. Down, exhale up 4. Down, exhale up 5. Down, exhale up 6. Down, exhale up 7. Down, exhale up 8. Down, exhale up 9. Down, exhale up 10. Down, exhale up 1. Down, exhale up 2. Down, exhale up 3. Down, exhale up 4. Down, exhale up 5. Down, exhale up 6. Down, exhale up 7. Down, exhale up 8. Down, exhale up 9. Down, exhale up 10. Sit your glutes back to your heels. Walk your fingertips away from you. Coming back onto all fours. Alternate arm, leg reach. Woo. Ready, elbow to knee. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little tail wag. Whew. Opposite side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Add a little bit of a tail wag. All right, so pick one leg up, and you're going to press the flat part of the foot up to the ceiling, working your glutes and hamstrings. Press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Elbow straight. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Little tail wag. Opposite side. Press the hands into the floor. Make sure you're not sinking down into the floor. So you want to activate your scapula. Press your hands into the floor. Good, here we go. Press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little tail wag, flip over. Right, so you're going to spread your fingertips. Here you're going to straighten out the elbows. Open your feet just maybe a little bit wider than your knees and your hips. Press your feet flat. You're going to exhale and press your body up as straight as you can. Good, and then drop it down. Right, opening up the front of the body. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2. You're also stretching the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, and 10. Extend your legs. Belly button pulled into a forward fold. So reach your hips back. Walk your hands forward. Reach for either your calves, your ankles, or around the feet. And breathe into the stretch. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Yeah, so you're going to flip over. You have a little more core to do for those folks that are following along. Once you're done, you can take a nice cool down and a stretch, and we will see you mañana. Create a great day.